Rebbe Nachman quotes the Talmud in Sanhedrin Daf Lamed Zayin Amud Aleph, Sanhedrin 37a, which says that a person, every single person, is obligated to say that the world was created solely for me. And so Rabbeinu says on this statement of the Talmud, he says that every person must look into it and consider at all times how to rectify the world, to provide what is lacking in the world, and to pray for its behalf. Why? Because if the whole world was created for me, then it's my responsibility to take on the troubles and the rectification of the world. So this is no small task. So how do we do this? How do we incorporate this into our own life? Rebbe Nachman many times teaches us that humility is a major attribute that we should strive to obtain. So if we're humble, how can we then believe that the whole world was created simply for me? It seems like that would be selfish, right? But in fact, as the Talmud later says, that a person who saves one life saves the entire world. So what the Talmud is teaching us, what our sages of blessed memory are teaching us even to this very day, is the importance of every single person, regardless of who they are, regardless of their station in life, of their education, their background. It doesn't matter who they are. Every single person, every single soul is special. So special, in fact, that Hashem created the world just for him. So if Hashem created the world for me, how could he have created the world for you? So Hashem can do obviously anything that he wants to do because he's magnificent and beyond all human capability of understanding. But the main idea is that even though we are the lowest of all of the creations as far as being created last, we can still see how important it is that we do our part to make the world a better place. Every single person has the ability and is even obligated to pray for the world, to rectify the wrongs that he or she sees in the world, to help to provide what's lacking in the world. And if we look around in today's world, we see, yes, it's an amazing time to be alive in this century. All these amazing technologies and health cures and the ability to reach hundreds and thousands of people all over the world simply sitting at home talking to your phone. It's just amazing. But still the world is lacking. What is the world lacking? I think that the world is lacking a lot of things, but specifically the world is lacking compassion. The world is lacking love. The world is lacking a helping hand and a friendly smile to your fellow. Because one day you may be up and things might be going really well for you in your life, and your fellow over there is fighting a battle that you don't know anything about. And it's very simple and very easy for us to dismiss that person and say, well, you know, that guy Reuven over there, he deserves everything. He's a nebish. He's such a complainer. He's just a nasty person. He deserves everything that he's going through. And yet the truth of the matter is, we simply don't know what they're going through. We only know what we're going through. And what the world needs is compassion and love. And because of this, if we can show compassion to our fellow, and we don't judge them for the past, and we don't judge them for the sins, but we take them as they are right now, then we give them hope. A smile, a kind word, a hand, a helping hand. Everybody needs a helping hand. Yes, everything we do comes from Hashem. Everything that we are given, we rely completely on Hashem. And oftentimes Hashem uses his creations to give us that helping hand. To have one person show empathy and caring and love to another person fills that person with pride and could literally change that person's life and save his life And that could spread because that person can now take that faith, that love, that joy, and then turn it into saving dozens and dozens and hundreds of other people from despair. And so, how can we make a difference? Well, we're just a small speck of dust in a gigantic ocean of stars and galaxies and chemicals and atoms, and who are we? But Rebbe Nachman teaches us each one of us is so important. He even says later on that the day you were born is the day the world, Hashem decided the world could no longer exist without you in it. You matter. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from. You don't have to be a famous celebrity. You don't have to be an amazing athlete. You don't have to be a Torah genius. You matter. You. The person watching this video, you matter. And the person hearing this, you matter. You matter to Hashem who loves you. He created you and He loves you. And you matter to the Jewish people. And you matter to the whole world, to the success and the well-being of the entire world. And so it's our job to say, you know what? I see injustice. I see unkindness. I see a lack of compassion and understanding. I'm going to be the one that sets the example. Even if one person sees it, even if nobody sees it. The energy that I create, the good energy that I create, will channel itself and spread throughout the world, and then it will go from one person to the next person. And we can conquer the Yetzer Hara, the evil inclination, with love. Because the evil inclination doesn't want us to help each other, doesn't want us to love each other. The evil inclination wants us to judge, wants us to divide, wants us to label, wants us to say, I'm not going to deal with that person because he or she is different, or he comes from the north, I come from the south, he's Ashkenaz, I'm Sephardic. All of this is labels. At the end of the day, the world was created for each and every one of us, and because of each and every one of us. And if we can recognize the importance that we have in the eyes of Hashem, how important we are in the scheme of things, then not only would we treat our own self better, we would love ourselves, we would forgive ourselves, we wouldn't be so harsh on ourselves, we would treat our bodies better, we would eat better in a holy and healthy way. We wouldn't do drugs, we wouldn't use alcohol, we would fight against those very difficult vices. We wouldn't smoke, we wouldn't do all of the things that we poison our own body with. We'd be able to overcome them with faith, with compassion, with love. Because those too are struggles of the evil inclination for us to overcome as people. And if we recognize how important each one of us is, how much you matter, the whole world is depending on you. The whole world is looking to you to rectify it, to provide it what it's lacking. Don't pass the buck. It's not for somebody else to do. It's your job. And it's my job. And it's everybody's job. And if we do our job, we can work together. Even if we work separately, we can still bring love and compassion and joy, not only to all of Klal Yisrael, but to every single person on the face of the earth. So that all of us can truly know and experience the love of our Creator. Hashem, who created every single thing that there is. Every single animal, every single person, every single leaf, every single vegetable, every single planet. Everything. When we recognize how important we are and we mix in that importance of humility, that midah of humility, then we can truly succeed in building a flame of compassion and love that will catch and spread throughout the entire world.